Shalom, this week's Sedra Nitzavim ve'elech. If one theme could be chosen for humanity over the past 2 or 3 centuries, it would be personal freedom. While humanity across the globe was ruled for thousands of years by tyrants, dictators, and kings that cared little for their subjects and offered them little to no freedom, the world has changed, and liberty granted to their people has been the standard of how today's rulers are judged. Personal freedom is considered a right that all humans are entitled to, and no one has the right to unjustifiably curtail another person's rights. In this week's Torah portion, the lesson of balancing personal freedom and personal growth is taught. We read Moshe warning the people, perhaps there is among you a man or a woman, or some clan or a tribe whose heart is even now turning away from our God to go and worship the gods of those nations. Perhaps there is among you a stock sprouting poison weed and wormwood. When hearing the words of the warnings of God, they may imagine a special immunity they enjoy and think, I shall be safe, though I follow my own willful heart and desire to the utter ruin, to the watered and thirsty alike. In his commentary to these verses, Ramban wrote, the sense of the verse is that when into a person's satisfied soul, one that doesn't desire harmful things, there comes a slight craving, and he satisfies his lust, then there will grow in his soul a craving even greater than the original one, for the thing that he ate or that he did, and the soul will lust, even after evil things for which he never craved at first. If someone craves for lewdness with beautiful women and becomes carried away in promiscuousness, his lust will ultimately bring him to sodomy and to bestiality and the like with other forms of lust. Ramban continued, this is similar to what the sages have mentioned with respect to sexual craving. The more one satisfies it, the more it hungers. The more one starves it, the more it is satisfied. Therefore, Scripture states concerning him who follows the stubbornness of his heart, that if he will satisfy his soul with those stubborn and overpowering desires for which it thirsts, his soul will add to the water to the thirsty. For then he will desire and thirst after things for which he had been satisfied, and with which his soul was satiated, meaning that up to then he felt no desire for them. Ramban's point is that the more you delve into your desire, the more you become attached to it and chase after it more. While the ability to follow and achieve one's instinctual desires might seem like personal freedom, it's actually the opposite. The more one satisfies their lusts and desires, the more they become enslaved to them. Any system that requires actions of its adherents or restricts its adherents from doing what they want is considered today limiting and stands in opposition to personal freedom. Unfortunately, people think of Torah mitzvos in this erroneous assumption. Yet, as we've learned, personal freedom isn't the ability to do what a person wants whenever they want to do it, but to be able to grow and develop as a better person. Personal growth can require taking actions and limiting one's desire. The restrictions that lead to personal development aren't limiting freedom, they are enabling a person to achieve their personal improvement. And that is the greatest thing that a person could hope for. Shabbat Shalom.